All right, here we are at the southern terminus of the Tunxis Trail. We'll see ya.
Love you.
Love you. Bye. We're just about at the top of Southington Mountain, right? Not much longer now. Everything hurts and I'm dying. Britain Reservoir, golden hour. It's the goldenness of golden hour. Walking along this blue trail by this cool reservoir. What do you think? I approve. Is it well with your soul? Just catching the last vestiges of daylight from Libby's Lump. Okay, this is the last straight up mainline blue blaze for the Tunxis Trail. We're going to take a side trail to our camp spot. Tomorrow we're going to hike the Compounds Ridge Trail to my parents' house. We are heading out this morning. It's a beautiful day. It's a little windy. We've got a few miles to hike to my parents' house. We're going to check out a very cool spot along the way that has great sentimental value for me. So we'll catch up with you later. So we are on the Compounds Ridge Trail, I believe. This is the trail that I grew up near. So it's got sentimental value to me. This is it. This is a place us locals call Eagles Point. I have spent many a night camping up here when I was a kid and a teen. My sometimes boyfriend was Boy Scout and an Eagle Scout, and he taught me how to make a scout fire. I learned how to make fires. I used to camp up here, taking my kids up here. We've gone Easter egg hunting here. We call it egg hike. Might as well make them work for their Easter candy. It was on Eagles Point, camping with my family on a backpacking trip, that I first felt my baby boy move in my tummy when I was pregnant with him. A lot of sentimental value here. Watch the fireworks from Lake Compounds, because you can see Lake Compounds from here. There's the Hanging Hills in Meriden. Where Castle Craig is. The Compounds is over here. This is Bristol, Forestville, Plainville. Going up here is Farmington, New Britain, Burlington. Yeah. And a little bit of history about South Mountain. The Hindenburg flew over this mountain on its way to its ill-fated voyage in New Jersey, where it blew up. The Bristol Historical Society has published articles that eyewitnesses saw the Hindenburg fly over their homes in Forestville, which I think is pretty cool. Just another piece of history. Coming up on my mama's house. Just gotta trespass a little bit.
The popo on my husband for sleeping in their front yard.
Thanks, Uber.
And your mom for not calling the police.
Thanks for not calling the police on our Uber, Mom. All right, we are on the second leg. We are at the whatever end of Marsh Pond. Yeah, Bristol Reservoir number 7 in Terryville. And there's our next Blue Blazes. Pretty sweet view.
3.7 miles to go. How do you like backpacking? Do you approve? Oh, okay. You want to keep going? You don't want to wait for Sue? It's kind of ungentlemanly. One thing I love about the Tunxis Trail is you walk through all these pine forests. And they're so pretty, especially this time of year when there's not much green around.
Coming up on Tories Den. During the American Revolution, the Tories, a group of British loyalists, hid from the Sons of Liberty, a revolutionary group, here in the caves of Tories Den. In the late 1800s, a man known as the Leatherman, who had walked between New York and Connecticut, stayed in these caves as well. I spilled my M&Ms on the ground, so now we call them leaf infused with a cedar reduction. I think we are almost in Burlington. I'm just taking it all in. We're making the descent into Burlington, where we're gonna stop at a Green Cumbies. We are spent. Just a little hiker trash. Getting dressed behind this tire calibrator, whatever, air thing. Outside Green Cumbies in Burlington. We made it.
I feel like Simba does not want to start his day. Simba, come on! Come on! You ready? Come on! He's not moved since his pack got on.
Okay, day 3. We've had a good night last night. And in a little bit, we're going to pass by an old camp that was open for underprivileged children. See if I can get some footage. Unfortunately, we were not able to get any footage that day, but it was the New Britain Fresh Air Camp, and it was for underprivileged inner city kids. It was in Burlington, right near where the Tunxis Trail is, and it was open from the 1930s till the 1990s. Just another little piece of local history. Oh, this is pretty. Just walking on this forest road by this marshiness. So far today's been a majority of Forest Service Road walking. Fairly easy terrain, which is a nice change. Not that anything has been too difficult, but
I'm tired.
Me too.
Walking down these beautiful forest roads, which is a nice easy walk. There's all these beautiful pine trees, mountain laurel. Another couple months it'll all be blooming.
Just passing by this nice horse farm. How you doing today? Minding your own business, huh? It's a beautiful day. Alright, we are heading into Neepog State Forest to our campsite for the night. It's Taco Tuesday here on the Tunxis Trail, so I'm having some rehydrated Mexicali Rose refried beans with some sorry looking MRE cheese and some black olives with a side of Fritos. Let's walk into this nice pine forest. We are less than a mile from our campsite, and we are pretty happy about that. Today was definitely a shorter mileage day than yesterday, but I think we're having leftovers. Leftover pains and aches and fatigue, and it's all kind of catching up to us. So we're looking forward to getting to camp early and being able to relax.
Pretty happy to see this little stream has water in it. About maybe a quarter mile from the campsite and ready to be done for the day.
We just stopped partway up this spur trail, laying on a rock, looking up at these trees and this blue sky. It's beautiful. Dinner tonight is the All-American Works Burger from Packet Gourmet. Get Fixin's bag with ketchup, mustard, relish, mayonnaise, dehydrated bag of cheese, and you just put them on a tortilla when you're done, and it's like having a cheeseburger. I mean, kind of.
I'm pretty happy with this bear hang. It can be hard to find the right tree, especially after you're tired and been hiking all day. Being that it's early April, the bears are pretty active. That's a little higher than it looks in the video, but it's up there a good ways, and all these branches are super dead. There's no way a bear is climbing on any of those branches.
Okay, we are leaving Nepog campsite. How was your stay?
It was great. I slept really good.
Unfortunately, it's the end of the line for someone in our hiking party.
Not so unfortunate for the rest of the hiking party.
He did good. He's just still a pup.
And he's all done, and we're all done with him. Home to daddy.
This was a nice sight. We did not have a fire because last night was chill night. But there's water like 500 feet away. And yeah, we had a good night here.
Mr. Simba's last morning on the trail. He's done 3 nights, 20-something miles. Well, way more than that, because he's a young pup who's back and forth and up and down. He's getting tired. I'm starting to get frustrated with him. So my husband is going to pick him up at the next road crossing, which is about a half mile up ahead.
Stopped to get some water. Filled my water up. This is a 3-liter bag. I've got a Sawyer filter attached to it and a coupling device attached to that. It's going right into my water bottle. Water's life, man. Below me is the Farmington River. I'm on a beautiful woods walk. Michelle is up ahead, depositing her dog with her husband. And we'll meet up again soon. It's a beautiful morning.
Enjoying this beautiful hike today. Yesterday, I was not feeling very well. I was really tired and I think maybe dehydrated or something. And it was probably the easiest day we're gonna have this whole trip. It was not as many miles and it was just a lot of service roads. It was really easy, not a lot of elevation, but I felt terrible. I'm feeling much better today, even though it's harder. So I have a feeling today might end up feeling easier. overall. Some days are just like that, I guess. Some days you're just tired. Last time I was here was a couple years ago on the 4th of July. It was about 95,000 degrees out, and I was so happy to see this cold, flowing little spring coming out of that rock there. From the Frog and Toad books. Hey, Mr. Frog.
Just walking by Ski Sundown across the way. Looks like it's still got a little bit of snow, but it doesn't look like they're making any more. Yay, spring's really here.
We're about 4.5 miles into our hike, and there you can see there's still some snow up on the ski mountain. I grew up in this part of the state, and I used to ski there with my best friend when I was in grade school. This guy's like two-horned dinosaur tree. Last little bit of up before we hit our lunch spot at the reservoir overlook. I'm tired. Sue's tired. Ready to sit down and eat something. McDonough Reservoir still. It's pretty big. We've been following it for the last couple miles.
We are at the Barkhamsted Reservoir Vista. We have also crossed into the town of Barkhamsted. So that's however many towns we've been through. I think we have one more to go before the border.
This guy here, this guy's Mr. Elephant Tree. See, he's got one eye over there, another eye over there. There's his trunk. Say hi to Snuffleupagus.
This is where I fell on a New Year's Day hike this year. There was ice in this gully, and Christina and I were going through this very spot. There was ice in this little gully, and I fell, and I sprained my MCL, and it made it a long, cold, lonely winter. And today, who fell? But I didn't fall! Christina, I made it through, and I didn't fall! I just passed a guy who was hiking, and he reminded me of somebody, my Uncle Bob, who was really my godfather. When I was little, my godparents, Aunt Karen and Uncle Bob, and their kids moved from Wolcott to New Hartford. And I always enjoyed visiting them because New Hartford just sounded like a neat place, a different place, a faraway place. Being out here just got me thinking of stuff you don't think about when you don't have the time. So here's to you, Uncle Bob, who's not around anymore, and Aunt Karen. Thinking of you guys, I walked from Bristol to New Hartford. How about that?
This one is Mr. Wise Old Turtle Rock. It's Froggy date night out on the Tunxis Trail. I'm tired. I got these big bags under my eyes. It's been a long couple days. But look at my morning view. Isn't that beautiful? Just sitting, having my coffee, watching the beavers, listening to the birds.
Good morning from Roaring Brook Campsite. Oh, yesterday was a hard day. We did more than 11 miles and we were wiped when we got to camp. But what a sight to wake up to. Sleeping by a babbling brook, waking up to the sounds of birds, nature. Little girl, don't tell me no lies. Where did you stay last night? I stayed in the pines where the sun never shines. I am literally walking backwards on this Forest Service road up to Pine Mountain because my calves are screaming. They are walking under protest, and walking backwards hurts less. Just part of the glamour of backpacking. We are on the summit of Pine Mountain, the highest point on the Tunxis Trail. To our right is the New England Trail, which we have hiked. To our left are the Appalachian Mountains, which we've also hiked. So it's kind of neat to be in the middle of those two mountain ranges. Hey, Mr. Garter Snake, we're gonna pass by if you don't mind.
Today has been pretty so far and pretty easy. We have either 4 or, I don't know, 9 miles to go. This trail's a little tricky. It's a little hard to tell sometimes. But this is like some pretty Forest Service-ish road, which is nice. Yesterday was tiring.
Check out this tree. It is big. It is massive. And it's a bit of a tangle. Looks like it lost a big chunk of one of its main support branches or something. Oh, the water, oh, the water, oh, the water. Get myself from a mountain stream.
Is it going to be 3 miles to camp, or is it going to be 8 miles to camp?
I think it's going to be over here. It's going to be more than 3, but it's definitely,
Hopefully, maybe. Camp's over here.
more than 3, less than 8.
All right.
Greater than equal to less than 8, more than 3.
Yeah,
Is that how it works?
I guess somewhere like that.
We're currently hiking through Tunxis State Forest. Yesterday, we hiked through a little bit of Nepog State Forest because we had camped at Nepog campsite the night before. And then we entered Ender State Forest at some point, but I was too tired to care about much of anything besides getting to camp. Yesterday was a hard day. Today's got a different vibe because it's our last full day And the trail is different. Hey, you having fun, guys?
It's the magical gummy candies. I know they're heavy, but they have life-giving properties to them because I eat them and they make me happy and they make me be able to keep going because gummies are the best. Squished up crackers and a 5-day-old cheese stick that I'm a little unsure of, but it's been in the 30s and 40s at night, so that's kind of refrigerated. And a tuna packet. It doesn't look all that appetizing.
We were here 3 weeks ago. This place was covered in snow and ice. I had to stop and put my micro spikes on so I wouldn't fall. It's all gone now.
Here's Trillium Hill. The view, I mean, it's pretty woods, but leaves a little to be desired. Are you stuck?
No.
Well, how come you're not moving?
I need a minute to contemplate my next move.
I'm crying. Well, come on.
Put your phone away.
No. Now I got it out. Now I gotta film it. Come on, you can do it. Get that foot down. Oh, look at that. Do the yeah, there you go. You gotta get the hands up like when they're on gymnastics.
This one's for you, hun. Here I am. This brook is like a hurricane. Oh, you've already crossed this brook once in the last 500 feet? Why not cross it again? It's pretty. One more time. So we're at Hurricane Brook, where we spent the night, not in this janky shelter, but in our tents. How are you feeling this morning?
I feel pretty good. I'm excited.
In which way do you feel good? Mentally?
Mentally and emotionally.
Physically?
Well, so physically, but actually better than yesterday. So.
How far have we come so far?
I think like 43 miles. We got like a mile and a half to go.
And this morning, all the caffeine.
Extra. It's like cup 3. I'm gonna run to the finish.
It's gonna be like Rose the day that she ate Nutella and was 4 miles ahead of us in New Jersey.
I'm gonna pull a Rose and start trail running.
Going beside another peaceful stream. It's reminding me of Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He leads me through green meadows and beside still waters. He restores my soul. I know it looks easy, but that was one dicey, rocky, Rudy climb. Whew. This is going to be our final big ascent of this trail. See you at the top. We started at the bottom, now we're here. We still gotta go there.
I'm sitting at the mass marker, kind of see behind my head. And we've hiked about 45 miles in the past 5 or 6 days. And it feels really good. I feel really accomplished. We're just about at the end. Like there's like 0.2 maybe, and it's downhill. And I was a little unsure if we were gonna be able to do this plan. It challenged us physically. We haven't done as much backpacking in 2020 as other years. Our mileage was a lot shorter, and I'm really proud of us. We set out and accomplished our goal, and there was some tough days and some tough points, and we did it. We got some beautiful weather. We just got to walk through springing up, which is awesome. I miss my kids and my husband. I miss a shower and clean clothes. So I'm ready to head back home. All good things must end, so even better things can begin.
Here's the Connecticut side. Here's the year 1967. Pay no attention to the person at the Massachusetts boundary. No, don't bother. We got what? 0.2?
I don't think I can do it.
0.2 to the terminus, and then another 500 feet to the car. All right, I'm going to turn this off before it gets ugly. You're in Massachusetts, you have to quarantine. Whew. We did it. Here we are. Northern terminus of the Tunxis Trail. We did it. Woo-hoo! Sparkling red grape juice to celebrate our through hike.
Woo-hoo! And I'm thirsty. And I'm hungry.
Here, take a cup. It's good.
How do you feel?
Like celebrating.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. So when we got to my mom's house in Bristol, she gave me an Easter card. And apart from Michelle's husband shuttling us to Terryville, I didn't really have anywhere to leave my Easter card. So this Easter card thru-hiked the Tunxis Trail with us. So thanks, Mom and Dad. I'll make sure to share it with Justin when we get home.